Okay, everyone. Hi. All right, we've got the bridge and nut vise set up. You can set your nuts in there and tighten them up. And this block of old bone, or mastodon bone, is rather big, so I'm using a Chinese saw, or Japanese saw, please excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Japanese saw to cut the ends off. And the same with this saw. If she starts binding a little bit, take a little bit of beeswax and gently run it down. There you go. And that will lubricate your saw. So I'm cutting out the basic, a little bit bigger. I'm cutting the size out. This stuff is hard. So I'm cutting the basic size out with the saw before I start to file. Okay, it's one piece off. Oh. And she cut pretty straight. And flip her over. Now, when you set these up, you want to make sure you're fairly true on your height, having it level. Oh, turned it the wrong way. You want to make sure you're fairly true in your height. That way you're cutting level. Oh, I turned it wrong again. See if I do this right, because I've got the knob on the back side, so I keep turning it the wrong way. Okay, here we go. Fairly good. Level her out. Now I'm just eyeballing this. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm cutting oversize. There we go. Nice and tight. That did not just crack, did it? If that cracked, I'm gonna cry. Now, one thing, when you're using an expensive saw like this, for when you cut that piece off, you want to make sure you have wood for the saw to land on, because there's wood jaws on the vise. Because this is this is like a $60 saw, or a $30, $40 saw, $60 saw, something like that. It is expensive. And again, we need a little bit of just a little bit of beeswax. Well, this is proprietary. This is not just beeswax. It has some other stuff that we use here at the store. But man, does she glide. Oh yeah, she glides nice. That beeswax works good. Work your saw a little bit. That way you're cut through the bottoms a little bit before you cut through the center. And that reduces the chipping. Because sometimes when you're cutting, it will cause it to chip. So you reduce that by cutting into the bottom a little bit by coming down strokes. And I am through the bottom there. And I am through the bottom there, so now just come down through the center. Now when you're using these kind of saws, you don't bear down on them. You just let the saw glide and basically let the weight of the saw do the cutting. And she should be coming through any second now. There she goes. No chipping. Okay, I'm about to cut through the top on this, so I thought I'd bring you on board. Again, it's like a $40 to $60 Japanese saw. Bamboo wooden handle and a specialty steel blade with a Damascus back. I just put on fresh beeswax proprietary, our proprietary blend. And I'm cutting a very small thin slice off the top to save on file time, because bone is quite rough to file. Don't know how long it'll be till we get through it, but we're close. This just shows, you know, how hard bone is when I'm sitting here cutting through it. I'm still going. We are better than 3/4 of the way through. I'm going to give her another shot of beeswax. Whoops. Just brushed something. Another shot of beeswax. Make her run smooth. And away we go. And there it is. Oh.
Your lady friend?
Yeah.
Oh, my sister's.
Look at that fine slice of bone. I'll get over here in a light where you can see it.
Right. You know?
Well, hello, Gary. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Scott.
Hi, tubers. Hey, how you guys doing today? We're back on the nut again today. I've got to get this done today. There's no ifs, ands, or about it. It is Friday before Christmas, so it's Christmas Eve. This has got to be done. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to be working till 8. I don't know, maybe longer. I got to get this done today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm leveling this off right now. I got to shave off with a file a little bit off the back. And I'm going at her right now. I have coarse file. I get it down here. 3 notches is our most coarse. And it is a standard bastard file, except on one side, let me see if I can get this so you can see it. On one side, there's no file edge. And that's so you can put it like against a guitar or something. And this is the bastard side with the file edge, and then this is the flat file and the flat file. Now while you're doing this, you always want to have a straight edge. I'm sure you can hear the bluegrass jam going on upstairs too. That's about a 16-year-old girl on fiddle and a mom and a dad. Good old-fashioned family band. Now you always want to keep a straight edge handy. That way you can lay your straight edge down there and make sure you're not arcing it. I got my ends a little low. Now some people do not realize a file only cuts one way. Some files cut both ways. This one cuts a little bit on the back stroke, but not like it does on the front stroke. Almost got her back level. Alright, I need to check my width.